Hello, and I gave into the peer pressure, and I am making a video on Omarchy now. Well, I'm just not making a video. I'm not just making a video. I actually am using it for the past 2 or 3 days, and it's actually great. And I actually think it could be a really great gateway for people who are not really into Linux or maybe not really into window managers to actually try it out. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that, yeah, you should just drop everything and switch to Linux right now. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that it makes Arch Linux a bit more accessible, where it kind of takes out the confusion, and we'll talk about it as we go along this video. So if you're new to the channel, subscribe and leave a like on the video if you do find it helpful. Or maybe you can just share it to a friend who have never seen Linux. The first thing is I would like to show you is how to get Omarchy. So obviously we start by going to Google, just a browser. It can be any browser, it's fine. I'll just open an incognito window. Why not? There we go. Now we have a browser right there, and I will search for Omarchy. Omarchy, I think I did search it previously. Omarchy OS, and okay. So there you go, Omarchy OS, and this is the website. It's the first one that pops up, and right off the bat, if you are really new or if you have spent time on the internet a bit, you will know that we have to go here. So there is a manual which is really good. I'll just open it in a new window just to check what this is about. So as you can see, this gives us a full guide on the entire system. And yeah, I actually went through and checked it out. It's actually pretty well documented, and it kind of gives you an idea of what to do. As you can see, it says welcome, getting started. So if you are new, you can check it out and see what we are getting into, how to install. As you can see, it does recommend Balena Etcher. But anyway, we'll go through this in a bit. So yeah, this does exist in the system itself, so we don't have to look at it in the website. Then we have workstations. So if we just go here, you can see that, okay, so these are a few submissions that people have given of their system, and yeah, they're pretty neat systems. So now would be a really good time to tell you to watch this video if you are really new to Hyperland and if you are really new to Arch Linux. This just gives us a really good overview of what everything is. Now you may be saying, well, you are making the video, why are you suggesting this? That's because I may miss a few things here and there, as I am also a bit impatient and I like to take things, like try out things. So there is also a Discord server right here, which I didn't join, I think. Anyway, but with all of that out of the way, we have GitHub. So I think this is where all the dot files exist. So you can also, like, before doing anything, you can check out how this is actually running, like what scripts are it running. So if you are into that, you can check it out. I don't know why my internet is dying. I don't think it's normal, but yeah, that's a bit weird. Anyway, you can see there you go. I'll just click on Lysol and just leave it to download, and let's see if this does download. So I'll put it on the desktop, why not? And it is downloading. So yeah, it would take a bit. Why is it so slow? What's happening? But I do have this downloaded, so I don't think I will download again. I'll just show you what happens after you got it. So this is done by DHS. I think he's the one who created Ruby on Rails. I'll be completely honest. You do know I am completely honest on this channel. Like, I don't really know who this is, like what he's done. And if you guys, like I said, don't attack me, just explain it to me, like why people love or hate him. I don't know. I have seen mixed reaction of him, but I'm just here to talk about this Omarchy thing. Yeah, this will take forever. Okay, so now I have the ISO. I'll just use Hyper-V for this, just to kind of show you how the installation process goes. As I have explained before, I don't have a extra system that I can show you with, but Hyper-V usually works pretty well for these situations. So I'll just create a new VM, and then we can do next. And to be honest, the installation process of Hyper-V is really, like, it's scarily close to an actual system. So that's why I usually just show it on this. But if you don't believe me, you can also try it on a VM and I'll just install it. I do have it installed, and I'll tell you if something is different. I'll show you my system as well at the end of the video, so stay tuned. So let's just say Omarchy, and then I'll go with generation 2. So this kind of just copies over my like hardware. I'll just give it, I think 8 gigabytes is fine. It works on that as well. You can give it more if you're following this. So there we go. I'll just give it 40 gigabytes just to kind of squeeze a bit out of it. Let's see how much it can take. And then hit next, and there's the installation process. I'll just go here, image file, browse, desktop, Omarchy. There you go. I told you I have this downloaded. So there you go. It is downloaded, and then hit next, and there's a summary. Hit finish. I don't think it has secure boot because I did have to turn mine off for this. So yeah, if I go to settings, I have to turn secure boot off. So make sure to turn your secure boot off as well. And it is it varies between systems, but you just have to go to your BIOS. So I think I'll just try to put up a list of keys that usually each system uses, but get into the BIOS and kind of find a menu that's called boot, and usually that is where your secure boot is located, and just go in there and turn it off. This is usually easy part. You can usually just Google, let's say you want to turn off secure boot, just to turn off secure boot in gigabyte motherboard. You can just set your model, and you can see even the AI will give you a quick guide on, yeah, you can press delete or F2 to get into the BIOS, navigate to security or boot tab. So there you go, you can go to boot tab. And this is, yeah, I do have a gigabyte system, so I can vouch for, yeah, this is pretty accurate. It is actually really accurate. And you can just F10, get out. So if you're stuck, you can ask help as well. You can see there is like videos and stuff. So make sure to check how to do that. Then there is secure boot. So we have this disabled, and there's a weird thing in Hyper-V, which is they put network adapter in the second part. I don't think it's weird. I think they expect you to network boot off of this, but anyway, I don't do that. So hit OK. And we'll just turn it on. And while this turns on, I have to tell you a few things. The first thing is, make sure you're not installing it. If you're thinking of dual booting, do not install it on the same drive as Windows, as it will format the entire drive. Now, I will tell you, like, while we install this, I'll show you what I mean by that. It usually just wipes the whole system and then installs the system. And you'll see that this is the installer. So this is based off of Arch, if that wasn't obvious. Well, it isn't obvious, obviously, but this is based off Arch. And then you can see it does give us kind of like an installer. So we'll go with English here, so obviously keyboard layout. And then you have to press your username. So I'll give my username and then give my password. And now we'll just have to confirm it. And these are straightforward. Now, at this point, if you're confused on what to do, what you have to do is actually, if you want to like have Git set up, so you use Git and you are a programmer, you want to set up Git, this gives you the option to set it up right off the bat instead of you just having to manually figure out how to do it, or just, you can do it. But if you don't want to set up this, just hit enter, and it does say there to skip. So we'll just hit enter to skip. And now for the host name, I'll just say Archie. Not Archie, I'll put Omarchy. That's so great. Omarchy. Yeah, I just put an I in there. I don't know what I typed, but anyway, I don't care. Omarchy. Oh yeah, nah, I'm gonna fix it. Omarchy, there you go. And then it'll just get us our time zone. I'll give my time zone, and that's about it. See, it gives us a quick preview. Yes, this does look right. And then here is the part that says select install list. Now be very careful where you install this, because like I said, it will wipe the whole drive. It will not give you the option to dual boot. It will wipe everything and just install it completely on that drive. So there you go. We'll just select this, and it says everything will be overwritten. There is no recovery possible, so it will delete everything. So we'll say yes, format disk, and it will just install Omarchy. And like I said, the installation process is pretty straightforward, but it would be great if it did say there's no dual boot options. I won't say there is no dual boot options. I do use it in a dual boot configuration, but you have to have two separate drives. And when you are installing dual boot on two separate drives, usually you do have to configure how it's handling Windows, because by default it won't the Windows won't show up. You have to kind of configure it. The configuration is pretty easy. I did do it, so I'll probably make a shorts or something about it because it's that simple. But let me know if you do want that or if you need that in the comments. So this will install a standard standard Arch install, so it won't be much different than using the install script, but it just is a bit refined. It's a fully set up system, and I think there is a lot of preloaded application. You did see that it's like a 6 GB, I think, ISO, where normally Arch is like only 1.3 gigabyte. So I'll get back to you after this is done. And trust me, that was pretty fast. And it says remember to remove the USB installer, and you can see it does say install in 2 minutes, so it was pretty fast. So I'll just unplug my USB, which is basically just oh, what the heck happened? So I'll go to settings and then just remove this, none, apply, and then I think we can just boot it off now. There you go. And whoa, it boots up really fast. So if I just give it a password, it will just boot into our system. There you go. Now when you're in here, and the first thing I want to do is just fix the resolution. And what you want to do as soon as you get into the system is Windows Alt space. And this will give us a really huge menu. And I think, yeah, first I think I'll go to setup, and then here I'll go to monitors, as I do need to fix it. And this does, how do I dismiss this? Oh, I can just click on it to dismiss. So I'll just do this. Is my password incorrect? What? There you go. It is installing something, and the internet is obviously absolutely dying. I don't know, what is it trying to install? Let me see. Oh, it's updating the whole system. I don't want to update the whole system right now. Yeah, I don't want to do it. Let's run that back. So Windows W closes applications. Windows Alt space. We go to the setup. We go to monitors, and then in here, in case you don't know how to use NeoVim, you can just press A and it will give you the insert mode, and now we can actually type in here. So the first thing, I do know that my display is called virtual-1 since it is a VM. So make sure to type in your actual display, and in case you don't know what your display is, give me one. I'll just make this a bit larger than show you, and then I'll just set the preferred to 1920x 1080 at 60, and then for auto, instead of auto, since this is a single monitor, I'll do 0x0. So basically the 0x0 theoretically will be your like main monitor, and then the auto, the last one, is what the scaling is. I'll usually just do 1. And that's about it. After this, I can just hit escape and then :W to save it. And as you can see, it did save it. And you may be wondering, well, that didn't help much. So let me just first close out of it. I'll just reboot the system, and you can actually do everything in here. So I'll just do system. Where is it? There you go, system. And then I think I can do lock, but you know what? I'll just do a restart just for a quick sanity check. I think this by default uses the Limine bootloader. I personally haven't used it yet, but I don't know. Okay, I don't know why it is dying right now. Maybe it's a VM thing. It doesn't like the VM very much. So I'll just turn it off and then start it again. Yeah. And it's kind of odd that it kind of just boots up immediately. Like, it's like way too fast. And it should be in full screen. There we go. Now we are at a full screen. And like I was saying, in case you don't know what your, oh my god, it's so small. Let me just make it a bit larger. You can press Ctrl+ to make this a bit larger. I'll make it huge. To find out your monitor, you can do hyper CTL monitors. So this is the command, and it will show you all the monitors you have. Just scroll up and you can see it says monitor virtual-1, and this is the monitor name. This is the resolution it's running at, and there's like descriptions and stuff, and then we care about this scale, so it's like at a 1-point scale, and then this is the available mode. So everything your monitor supports. So in case you want to change your resolution, make sure to pick something from this list. Something odd may kind of mess with your display. So yeah, and that's kind of neat. So we have our display figured out, and now let me show you what is actually installed. So if I press Windows space, it will pull up our obviously application manager. So the terminal it's using is Alacrity. There is Basecamp. I don't know what this does. We have Bluetooth, calendar, ChatGPT. I think Windows A opens up ChatGPT. Like, it literally have a web application. It uses the browser Chromium. You can, like I said, change it. You have Discord, you have Discuses, you have Docker, Document Viewer, Electron, Figma, Files, GitHub, Google Contacts, Messages, Google Photos, and then what is Hey? I don't know what Hey is. If anyone knows what that is, put it in the comments. You have KDN Live, Libre, like the whole Libre suite is in here. Lemon Snapper. I think this is the snapshot, and yes, this is based on Butterfs, so it does have snapshot support. And then we have Media Player, we have NeoVim, OBS. OBS is installed by default. You have Obsidian, you have the Java, like I said, by default installed. Signal, Spotify, Typora, WhatsApp, X, YouTube, Zoom, and that's about it. So you can see, like, for most cases, like if you are an average user, it does have like most things installed, and if you just fiddle with it a bit, you will figure out what each of them does, but that's not the point. Let's say we have this, and I think the file is Windows F, and it is just not a list. And let's say, maybe I want to change a few keybinds, as I do like to use Windows E for my files, and yeah, that's why I like to use it. So if I again go here, you can see the first one is app, then have learn, then have triggers and styles. There's a lot. So let's go from the top. The learn. This is the most important thing in this entire system. I will highly encourage anyone who is using it to go in here. It's the gold mine. You have this keybind section, which if you go in here, it gives you everything. Let's say I want to know how to open WhatsApp. You can literally search for WhatsApp. It will show you how to do it. Let's say I want to open NeoVim. I don't think NeoVim has a separate keybind. Yeah. Anyway, let's say, I don't know, well, how do I close application? Let's say, how do I close? Oh, there you go. It says to close all windows, we can do Control Alt Delete. You can do close active window, Windows W. You can say toggle silencing notification. There's a lot in here. We can do Super Control Tab, so former workspace. So we can change workspaces with tab. So let me see that. Oh, I think I am at the first, so that's why it's not working. Anyway, we can go back here, and you can see there's a whole thing. We can do Alt Print to screen record a region. So by default, it supports that. I can do Alt Tab to cycle to new windows. So if I do Alt Tab, so it just cycles between the windows. So there we go. We can do learn. Let's go back here. Let's see what else is in here. Reveal active window on top. So we can do Alt Tab for that as well. So both of them do the same thing. Close all windows. F1, display brightness up and down. So we can do display brightnesses. That is amazing. Screenshot of display. So Control Print will just take a screenshot and just print to a screenshot of a region. So you can see that there is a lot of important stuff in here. We have Shift F1 to force full screen. I have Shift Print, screenshot of a window again, and then yeah, Google Messages, Omarchy menu. So this menu right here, and you can see there's a lot. So make sure to check this out and see what everything it does. You can see it's a huge list. Now, how do we actually change this? So do we go to changing first, or do we just check the rest of it out? You know what, let's go one by one. So to change something in here, we can just go to setup, and let's say, I want to change my key binding. So if I press here, there we go. As you can see, it does open it. Now remember, we can do force full screen. So you can do Windows F11 to make it full screen. How nice is that? It's convenient. So make it larger, we can do Control Plus, because this is the terminal at the end of the day. And let's say, I want to change this to be E. So we can press that, and we have browser, music. So there you go, and then activity. So terminal slash, and there we go. So here is Super E. I would change this to, since it is a mail, I'll just put something arbitrary because I don't use this. I don't know. Maybe I'll just put Shift-E. So yeah, there you go. And to save it, again, Ctrl W, and it is saved. And okay, so that's it. Let's quit out of it. Oh, what is this? Requested email does not exist. That is weird. Setup. Let's see. Keybinds. What did I miss? What is wrong? 21. Line 21. This is the line 21. Invalid dispatcher. Requested email does not exist. That is weird. I mean, okay, let me just do E here. And if I just save it, does this fix that? Okay, it does fix it. Oh, my bad. I just realized I did that. For shift, you don't need a comma before it. So that's what happened. Anyway, I'll just save it. Some are probably already screaming. Anyway, now if I just go here, you can actually do Windows arrow key. So that most of the configs are the default Hyperland ones. And then press Windows E. There you go. Now we have our file explorer. So there we go. Now let's see if there is any OR manager installed, which usually there is something that is installed. So also I want to change this Alacrity config, and I don't think there is a Alacrity config. Is there? Oh, there is config. Let's see, config, Hyperland. Oh yeah. If I go to Hyperland, oh, it just opens all the config in here, which is pretty great, amazing. It just basically gives us a GUI option. And then we have learn trigger. What is this trigger thing? Oh, it's a snapshot. We can toggle. Nightlight, idle lock, top bar, so you can actually not have the top bar. That's great. Share, clipboard, file and folder. Okay, that's great. Let's say style. So in style, this is pretty amazing. I figured it out is that if you go to theme, there is a bunch of themes in here. And you can just, let's say I want cat poutine, you just press on it, it will give you that theme. And the themes are relatively similar. Like I said, it's nothing over the top. It's like, it will give you the flexibility of you kind of configuring it yourself. You can see it has matte black, so it's literally just a black theme. And then we have, you can see the reddish style. It looks pretty great. We have grub box, which is also foresty. Anyway, so as you can see, it's pretty fun to play around with. So I'll just keep it at I'll just keep it at cat poutine, and then we can actually just go to. So let's say I want to Alacrity to have other themes. I don't think by default it supports that, but we can change it pretty easily. If I just make this a bit larger, if I do nvim and then slash, mind you, this isn't even using ZSH, so it's that bare bones. So it's not HC, I mean tilde slash config. Where did the slash go? Dot config, and then I think I can do alacrity.toml in here. You can see it's like I said, it's a pretty straightforward config, and I'll just change the size to be I think I use 16. That's what I like more because it's a bit larger and it's much easier to see. So there you go. I'll just get out of it. So now if I open up a terminal, it should open another one. There we go. So as you can see, it is pretty amazing. And also these buttons right here, this actually opens up this menu, which is great. So if I open it again, let's go to learn like we were, and you can see this says Omarchy. If I click on it, it will give us literally the same manual that was in the website. So what is trying to load here? I don't know. But now for getting started, you can see it will say download the Omarchy online, then do Balena Etcher. And there's like 100 videos out. I'm really sorry if you did expect me to kind of do it with the Balena Etcher method, but the Balena Etcher is so easy to use. Like I just thought, you know what, might as well just show you guys how the system is actually like inside instead of just boring you with how to install it, because at this point I can trust you guys that you can install, right? Just get Balena Etcher. It's much easier. So you can even, like, if I just press here, I think it will load it. Oh yeah, it does have to load, but let's just wait. And there you go. It gives us a getting started manual, and in here you can see it literally gives you the whole process. Many PCs ship with secure boot and TPM in the BIOS. You have to turn this off to be able to install Omarchy. As you can see, it does tell us how to install it. You can say download Omarchy online. As a first, put the on a USB stick, use Balena Etcher on Mac, Windows, or Caligula. I never tested it. I have to try it out on Linux and boot off the stick. Okay. And you can see, then answer the configuration question and confirm them like this, then you're ready. You can see I used wired at 2.5 GHz keyboard. The full description won't allow you to enter the password from a Bluetooth keyboard on startup, just like you can't use a Bluetooth keyboard to enter the BIOS on a PC. You'll need a keyboard that either uses a 2.4 GHz dongle or a cable, which is really great. So you can see we can just press next to go to the next window, and I don't know why this is so slow. I can't even go back. Oh my god. Yep. Anywho, who needs that anyway? As for the terminal, it gives us I think Control R. Yeah, there you go. It gives us Control R to kind of go through our previous commands, which is not much. But you know what? Instead of showing you in the VM, let me just take you to my actual system. So I'll see you on there. Hello. Now my audio may sound a bit different. I don't know how to fix it, but it may sound a bit different, mostly because I am on Linux and I still don't know how to fix the audio on this. But anyway, this is my actual system. So if I open up my terminal, you'll see that it says Tarzo, the time is here. And if I do fast fetch, I didn't install it. I don't know if I had, but here's my system. The whole system is right here. I'm using the cat pushing theme. I'm on Alacrity, and I somehow have 890 packages. As you can see, OS says 2 days. So I have been using it for 2 days. And so what exactly am I doing on this system? So mostly I just set it up for VS Code. Yeah. So if I want to open it, you can see I just I'm learning C. So this is my VS Code setup, and I kind of went with the theme of the whole system. And then we have my file explorer, which I didn't change much. So I set up my Chrome browser, and yeah, to be honest, I don't do too much in this system, but I did add a few things. So if I go to setup, also in case if you have high sensitivity, you can do inputs, and it will tell you like here is the keyboard repeats, so how fast the keyboard repeats. You have touchpad, so if you want to like how fast you want to scroll, so that's all in here in the input section. But the one thing I couldn't change is how to close my application. Now I usually like to do Windows Q, but that wasn't available, and I don't know how I change this. If anyone knows how to change the default quitting key, please do let me know. Now let's see what else is in here. Now also, here's the really great thing, which is the install section. If you go here, you can actually say, okay, I want to install a package, I want to install AOR, I want to make a web app, TUI, like whatever we want to install. We even have styles, so we can install themes and backgrounds. So I did change, like add my background. So if I went here, you can see it gives us a directory where all our backgrounds are. Then all we have to do is just kind of download or show. So let me just get into my wallpaper folder real quick. So there we go. Now I can go to my wallpaper, and you can see there's a lot of wallpapers, and I can just pick from here. And now let me see if I can open the learn manuals right now. Where is it? There you go. And if I want to put it in another, I would say window, I can do Windows Shift and then the number I wanted. So I want to take it to 4. So yeah, there you go. Wow, that is bright. And in here you can see, there you go, it says themes. So you can change themes, hotkeys, names, and then shell functions. No, the wallpaper thing is, where is it? Oh, there you go, backgrounds. So if we go here, it tells us that where the backgrounds are located, and then also we can do Windows F to start another file manager. Okay, so I have changed it to Windows E, and then we can do the move between with super controlled space. So if I just show you, if I do Windows 6, and then if I just press Windows controlled space, it will just cycle between the wallpapers. So as you can see, there is a lot of wallpapers, and I like this one, so I'll keep it at that. Now if I go back to this window, this one, you can see there's a lot. We can have web apps. So let me just close this, and let's go back to the install section. Let's see what else we can do. We have packages, and it will actually give you kind of like a GUI as to like what we want to install. Let's say I want, what do I want? Let's say I want Firefox. So I can just press Firefox, and it will just give us a whole bunch of things that has Firefox in it. And the bottom one is the Firefox, and if we do press it, it will install it. So if I do this, you can see it will just install it. And well, I don't need it, so I'll just close it. But you can install it from there, so you don't have to worry about typing in commands. So you can do install, and then you can go to AOR. So you can actually install stuff from the AOR. So let's say this is how I installed Visual Studio Code. So I did do Visual, and then make sure to do, if I just do Studio Code, it will still work. We just press and then do Studio, and you can see the bottom one is Visual Studio Code, and you get a nice description about like what it is, what it does. You can actually press Windows and then the right click to kind of resize the window, and that's great. So you can install from the, or you can do escape to kind of close out of it. And then we have web apps. So what do we want to do? What do you do with web apps? Let's say you have a website you occasionally visit. Let's say I want to do Arch Wiki. So just press enter, and then the URL. So let's go to our browser, and then let's open up a URL. So I can do, now there is a web app on this, but let's just say I want this, and then I just want this to be this link. So Control Shift V. Now hit enter, and icons. I don't have icons, so I'll just enter it. Okay, so I have to use an icon, so I don't have one, so it doesn't let me do it. But like I said, if you do have an icon for it, you can just use that. You just have to link it, and the URL basically means if you have it on file, you can just use that file. And then what we have TUI. What does this do? Create a shortcut. You can start with App Launcher. So this is, I think, basically SSH. So sorry, sh files, so script files that you want. Oh yeah, there you go. So commands that I want to do. Yeah, so that's great. And then if I go here again, we have service. So Dropbox. Yeah, we can use Dropbox. This is actually pretty amazing. There is a lot in here. Like there's a lot that can be covered if I go through everything. There is like what is it in here? Development. There's like Ruby on Rails, which is I think his thing. Java, Go, Python. Let's see what happens if I press on Python. Oh, it just installs Python. Okay, I think it is downloading it. So I don't know what's happening. I have no idea what's happening. Let's see what else we can find in here. Oh my god, what did I do? Let's see. So install. What is editor? I think it's oh yeah. What editor we want to use. So you can actually install VS Code from here. We have Z, Sublime Text, Helix, Emacs. There's a lot in here. And then terminals. So yeah. Oh, okay. So if we have other terminals, okay, Ghostly. This is something that I actually wanted to try out. I think I did say to the viewer that, yeah, I will try it out, but I just forgot about it. So let's just install it and let's see how this is. I mean, if it's pretty good, I will just do it. So relaunch hyperlinks to use new terminal. I don't think I will relaunch it. No. You know what? I will do it. Hold up. I'll just stop this recording and then relaunch it. Hello, and we're back. Let me see now how the terminal is. Windows space. It's actually not much different. Let me see. Like, yeah, it's really small. So if I do Control Plus, okay, it does make it bigger. So if I do sudo no, not this. So nvim /.config ghostly. Oh, okay. Config. We can actually just change it from here. That's great. So I'll do 16. Window padding, opacity. Dynamic theme color. I think it's relatively similar. I don't know what the difference is. I think, let's see, can I do multiple tabs? Okay, we can do tabs. I think this is something that's great. And is there a way to split it? I don't know if there is a way. Oh, there is a way to split it. So split left is right. So shift control O. So if I do shift control O, it does split it. That's great. So I think that is way better than Alacrity. I don't think Alacrity does have tabs or split support. You need Tmux for it. So Ghostly, I'm keeping you. I do like you. So that is great. Let's see. If I open up a new terminal, okay, it does give us a larger font, which is great. Now let's see what else is there. AI, Cloud Code, Gemini. So it gets everything from, I think, open. I don't know what is Cloud Code. So it is installing it. Let's just install it. Let's see. I'm installing so many random things for you guys. just check out. And it's like I said, I didn't play around with it too much because I did know I will make this video. And this is mostly just me checking out what this system is all about. And yeah, it may not be the most comprehensive guide or the most comprehensive review ever. It's just me checking it out. And in case if I do miss some things, like I said, I am using this day to day. So if there is something that I did miss, or maybe some fun fact, maybe some interesting thing, maybe something you guys want me to check out, let me know in the comments below. I would really love to see what you guys have in mind. Okay, now this will take a bit. Yeah, I think my internet is having issues, which is weird to be honest. Yeah, I just skipped it. I don't want it anymore. It was teasing me way too much. I think updates is just update the system about. Okay, yeah, this just brings up new fetch, fast fetch. I mean, so that's great. And then other than that, I think everything is like the default hyperland things. And to be honest, like I said, if you go to setup, you have everything that you could need. So if you want to do audio setups, this is the audio setup, to be honest. So if you do recording, you can see that there's my mic that is recording. And then we have desktop audio, output devices. This is all the output devices. We have input devices. So what is getting inputted? There's configurations. So if you want, like this is my monitor input. I do think that is, sorry, monitor output, which I'm not using. So, and playback is basically what is getting played or not, which is amazing. Then we have, let's go to setup again, Wi-Fi. I think this is, what Wi-Fi we're using. And I think this is basically like a GUI system. I have to use tab to navigate this, which is a bit weird. So tab and shift tab to go down. And I think I can do enter to kind of select it. Okay, yeah, it does ask for my password. So Okay, yeah, now it knows how to connect it, which is great. And then let's see. And they have Bluetooth, power profile. Okay, yeah, I'll just go with performance. I'm on a PC. I don't care. But it's great that it gives you the option in case you're using it on a laptop. I think most of you are using it on a laptop. So yeah. And then we have monitors. So that's the monitor config which I showed before. And the key bindings is the key bindings. And then we have default. So this is what it will default by default use. So you have ghostly now. You can change it in here. So if you want to use something else, so let's say you want to use Kitty, for example, you can just change this and put Kitty in here. And it will use Kitty as the default terminal. And as for editor, if you say, I don't want NVM, I want this code, you can change it. It's fine. So depending on what you want, that's great. You know what? I think I should make a video on NVIM one of these days. So there we go. Let's see. What else is it here? We have in setup. Let's see. We have DNS, security. So I don't think I'll go in here too much. I think security is, yeah, fingerprint and stuff. So you can use fingerprint, which is great to see. And then for config, okay. So SSD, Walker, WayBar, Xcompose. So WayBar is basically our bar. So the top bar you can see right here. This is our WayBar. Then we have hyperlock, so I think it's for locking the system. Then sunset, I think this is for screensaver. I think I don't know completely, but I do think that hyper idle. Yeah, there you go. How it is configured. You can basically just go through all of them and check it out. And also, in case you did not get it, if you do go to defaults and change this editor to code or something else, it will open all the file, like even this with code or whichever editor you specify, it will open it on that editor. In case you're not comfortable using NeoVim or you don't know how to use it really great, so yeah, you can change this and it will just use that as the default editor. So that is something. What else is there? I don't think there is much that I did miss in here, but I think this is I'd say the highlighting part of the system and the amount of application that it just gives you. So yeah, there is a lot in here. So there you go. Now you have a ghostly terminal. I have Godot installed as well. I want to get into game design and stuff. Let's get in live for editing videos and stuff. So yeah, it's a pretty straightforward system. And if I do find it pretty useful, easy to use, I may just switch my whole system over and fingers crossed. Let's just hope for the best. And if you did find this video helpful, if it just encouraged you to maybe try Linux out, maybe just see what's all the hype about, then make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.